everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is my second time being on Fillmore for the second time, because if you guys have not seen my recent video on right now, and I'm sorry that I did not even post it from last night because I was too tired to edit all that stuff, and I'm trying to think what kind of words that I'm missing with all those captions on the top of the Fillmore edits and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do the second time of this one because I really want to tell you what the good news are, but we're not talking about strangers or anything else like that, everyone. So I'm just sorry that I may cause a lot of trouble about a few times from my past and stuff like that. So I'm not allowed to do that. I'm sorry about that. So I just don't know if I always feel scared. So I have something to tell you guys. So I really want to learn a language for some reason. So let me tell you why. Because it's just not like that everyone thinks I'm just always weird, never talking English. But yeah, of course English was my first language that I really learned from everyone else that can understand me what I'm saying at that point, because I may not know the whole entire thing of the Maori language, because I don't think Maori was my first language. It was not my own taste of the language in the mother tongue, and it was always very hard for me to understand in the Maori and all that, because I just don't know. I don't really know what to recognize the language anymore. Just because that people live in New Zealand does not mean that you just do not want to choose any language you don't want to. And that's fine, because I do understand that you want to learn a new language in New Zealand, that it will just be with the Hindi language and some of the other parts of languages. The Indian languages from India, where people live there, and Mandarin, Taiwanese, and Japanese, Korean, and all that stuff. Except for half the European ones, like the Czech people, Spanish, French, etc. So here's the story that I'm going to tell you. Way back in 2015. And yes, I already learned English for a very long time, and I already know the language because my country has a Maori sign language, Maori language, and the English language, which it has three languages in my country. So here it comes. So way back when I was about 10 years old, I started writing the scripture, books and the kinds of stories and the other fictional characters and the real non-fictional character ones and stuff like that. I mean the characters and stuff. So I just I just really want to write in French. I don't understand what they actually mean in French, because I remember when I wrote the Ratty Rich Girls, and not even it in French language, but it's it's on my computer, you can still see on Scripture, but I don't really use Scripture anymore I used to have way back when I was 10, because I used to drawing all these stories, and I making all these tons of there's actions and just literally any action that I really want to draw to imagine. Why do you imagine some sort of that stuff? It's because that way back in my mind, I was just always have about 10 imaginary characters in my head and stuff. It's just not that I got the Pokemon or just a bad guy, the villain and stuff like that. I just always imagining things. Nobody can understand why I'm always just acting weird. Basically, I'm my old school language bug. It's just because that I don't understand why I would ever just hear a language that wrote all tons of imaginary some sort of stories, but you will find the way that you could imagine that you just want to write anything what to be so creative, because I love being creative. I have been creative for almost about years in my life, because I do love drawing. I do love art incredibly at my daycare and also my kindergarten and my preschool, which is, I do want to say an American stuff, because I don't feel like calling it kidney, because it's just not like that I said the word kidney, because I had never said that I really want to say kidney, because I just do, like, I don't mind saying kidney for some reason. It's just that everyone thinks that in New Zealand just call it kidney for like any sort of American stuff, but if they like that type of accent that I have, American accent though, while I was watching YouTubers and the advocate stuff on like YouTube, like more like LPS and the other LPS videos that I already previously watched way back in 2013, and I would just say I already learned this accent, and I already know that I already improved my own accent, which is great, because I don't think these videos had taught me this, but I think YouTube, way back when I was little, it did teach me how to use this accent, so I use American accent. So that in 2016, I started to hear my third language in Czech while I was watching Finding Nemo in Czech, because I didn't know that I was learning, because it was way back in my mind that I should be this kind of a girl who can actually speak Czech and who can actually understand in Czech, because I know the Czech language is pretty hard, because it's just how I try to completely understand the language, because I do want to try the language that I'm trying to learn what anybody says from Czech and stuff like that, because I do know for some reason why I just learned how to say this, but I did not really say it, but I just watched it until I'm going to learn this in the back of my head until this future, because I know the gestures are, I know you're annoyed with it, but you can't cancel me for what I do nothing wrong to you guys. It's just like what I'm just trying to explain to you, like, you need to learn all 2 languages. That is why my 2 fingers were up here. So I'm sorry about that. So anyways, so way back in my mind why I was learning Czech before I can really just start going backwards to French. It's because that I don't fully understand the language yet until I'm gonna learn French. It's just like, how can I really describe it? How can I ever think that a language that will be always available for everyone else, like they won't learn a language if they don't know where they came from? Like, you don't have to say that you're just perfect with your own language with others, because like you know, don't hesitate on repeating sort of that stuff to make you that you have that knowledge in different languages with the other people who are just native speakers, because yeah, they would never know if you don't understand their language. So that's why I'm just stopping what language I'm going to learn, because right now in this future, my new plans and my new update on my language. I do speak English, yes I do. My boyfriend understands the language that I'm saying in English, so. But what I really want to teach him is that I can already probably speak a little bit of French, and I don't know what his second language is going to be. I don't know if he's interested in French, but he will have to understand the second language I will be teaching all that stuff. I do want to teach him some of these other things. Sorry if the neighbors are just a bit noisy, just a kid running around and screaming all the time. Yeah, just my Asian neighbors out there. So I just put in my camera just right in front of me in the background, so there's nothing in the background, but also there are just tons of pictures. And I'm sorry if the video had stopped. I was just doing the other clip and stuff like that. So I do not know why they were just always making a noise when the parents kept allowing this to happen again. I know some parents don't even do this and some don't allow this. It's just strict rules. I know these Asian neighbors but the parents allowing the kids to annoy people and stuff like that. So I'll keep you in mind. This is just what I need to let you guys know about this language, that I will be speaking French, and next year I will be trying to learn in Czech, because why not? Because it can take me up into another year for me to learn two languages like French and Czech, because I do love speaking and singing in French and in the Czech language. But just like I do have to do one at a time. It's just like I'm always switching all these languages into personalities, which it was very, very, very hard to me to stop it, because I'm just like, I like these tons of music already made that it made me want to switch languages to a second one, because it's just very, very hard to me. Very hard for me to ignore that I'm already listening to the Latina guitar versions of that one, of the instrumental love songs, and etc. It's because that will be my own decision, does not mean that I'm trying to make it way far more a hard decision for myself, because I know I did this, I know I did that, but just like, how can I really do this? How can I actually know if the fact that I just don't know how to learn is the fact that I don't at least learn? Because I know I have never done that for ages, and for like 2 weeks either. So that's exactly why I don't stop learning, that I will never give up. I know my teachers will never understand the language that I'm trying to do. All they gotta do is to improve the language that they want to learn, and whatever depends that my Australian teacher would know. That she would normally be proud of me speaking her own language. So I guess they'll be very, very proud for speaking their own native languages, which is a very good acceptance. That they already know for who you are, and just be yourself for who you are with the true native language and your true language. So if you want to ask me questions, then you can just leave down in the comment section down below. I'll say something and I'll tell you one least favorite language of all time. So my least favorite language, I know this is just this channel for like vloggings and all that stuff and the videos, doesn't matter, because it is so cool. And by the way, guys, if you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, then you should click the red button and you can go ahead and subscribe to mine. And my progressions are getting much, 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 much better with the video editing will feel more than iMovie. I know they do very similar acts though, but it doesn't matter because I like this one better, you know. So I'm gonna tell you about the least favorite language. So my least favorite language. My least favorite would be, I'm just gonna say probably Chinese, because no, not Chinese. But the least one would be probably about Italian, because I do love the Italian food, but it's just the language that I didn't speak at all, because I know this was not my least favorite, but it would be going down per sec and all that. And also, what am I gonna say? So I'm gonna say that Italian, Swedish, and Spanish are the least ones, but Spanish French and Czech are very easy to understand the language by translating the meanings there, because I do know that it would be all those moments by my idols named Btw and Amisha. I know they speak Czech, but it's like speaking the third language of Czech will make me like I do want to understand the language and trying to translate the language that I spoke to in Slovak in the comments down below, because I know you may think that I'm just pretending to be someone for not speaking Czech properly. But of course, if you want to get that what I'm saying, if Insular does not understand my English language yet, then I'll be saying in Czech if she doesn't understand in English. But I would rather teach her the English. And so to Misha, if she rather to put in language of the Czech language, that is fine for me, because I prefer this one too. But it's not like that I don't understand the language. It's just how I'm learning to understand it. Because some people were just complaining about the language they don't understand. They would just be like, oh, I just don't understand French, and I just don't understand any language she's saying. All you gotta do is to learn, people. Don't stop learning. And keep working, keep practicing, and keep trying. Don't give up on your dreams though. I'm not giving up on mine either. I know I do like gaming, and Nisha like, I play Pokemon Go every day. I play Pokemon Go every day. I play Pokemon Go. Yeah. And also, just any of that stuff. Just for my friends, my music, and my idols are right here for me, and yeah. That will be saying for now on, because I do want to switch that stuff. I know that my friends won't like the same thing that I do, because they're just different people. My friends like different things. They don't have to follow the same things that I do, because I wouldn't force them to be anything like me, but if a friend likes the exact same thing as me with different languages though, then I'll be fine with it. I don't mind to have a friend that likes language like me, to be honest. It's just like I remember when Misha had finally mentioned my own personality of language personality. So I remember him saying that I like languages for some reason. Let me tell you why he says that. It's because that I remember when I'm going on Misha's Twitch from like 2 weeks ago or a month ago or something. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago and 3 weeks and stuff. Or 3 weeks. I'm sorry, I got retainers on, which doesn't make me look right, but my teeth looks right, but anything's not right from my mouth to speak it though, but it's fine. So yeah. So the reason why that Misha said that he asked me this question, like whatever he can imagine, that he told me that I like languages. It's because that he knows that where does these things came from for me and everyone else. It's because that he didn't know the whole entire story about me. It's just exactly what I wrote in French since I was 10 years old. I'm sorry. It's because he doesn't know the full story where I did on Scriptjet way long time ago, and 5 years ago, and probably I think that was May, to be honest. Like, I don't know. But yeah, because I did write some tons of imaginary stories that I did, like the Ratty Rich Girls, Pretty Camilla story, and the other sequels are, and the pre and the other one. So, which I guess they're pretty fun to write in French and stuff like that. I'm sorry this video keeps doing that. I'm sorry, I won't say it. I'm sorry. Okay, let's keep focusing on the other ones that I told you about. So I guess writing in scripture was pretty fun to learn a different language, because if you go from like that sort of a language into your own native language, if you don't understand it in English, that's fine, because if you want to translate your first language into a different language you want to learn, then scripture will be always there for you, because it was a great education app where I used to go and just write my own imaginary stories about something, about themselves and about their actions. So it was pretty nice that I can always do that. And for beginners where I like languages like French and Czech, just both of them. It's the reason why I like learning Finding Nemo in Czech. It's just because that I did not even watch the whole entire video. It's because that I do get what they mean. It means they're just trapped in the whale's mouth, and they want to do something to get out of the whale's mouth by doing sort of that weird thing they did. Or like, I don't know. But I love how Dory just called the whale out if she wants to get out of his breathing, like the blowhole. I can't really say the H word. I know it sounds inappropriate, but that's just how whales have the hole to spray the water out of themselves, and just to keep the other characters of the movie just to be safe from the other part of the ocean, you know? I do like that movie called Finding Nemo in Czech, but I don't know if I want to learn this again, but I will have this hope to learn this again in next year, because I think it sounds pretty fun to learn about themselves that they speak in Czech language, because I think they personally do speak in a different language and stuff, which is very cool, because in my own future, in my plan is that my own different personal goal, not from like music or dancing or anything else, but I do love dancing and singing though, but I got something else to it, to add into my career and add to it. And I know that I like art as well. If you can already see that, it just those pictures that tell me I'm dreaming with those hearts on there, you know, on the little ribbon banner or whatever that's called. Because if you want to find out that I'm already learning language, then I'm gonna tell you what these kinds of goals that I'm doing every single year, what I'm gonna do right now. So, okay, what am I gonna do? Okay, let's just put my cushion here and put my phone here, and let me just tell you something about it, okay? I know it's pretty hard, it's pretty tricky to do the camera lines there. Okay, there I go. So, here are the list that I'm gonna show you, because I know maybe inspired by the one I was watching. Let me show you. There was a Polish girl named Laura. Okay, how can I spell her last name? But it starts with like the M, A, and S. I cannot even just find it. Okay, there I go. Her name is Laura Maliszewska. Sounds a really hard pronunciation, so I won't be copying her thumbnail like it said French, English, Spanish, Polish, Russian, Italian, Czech, and German. But I'm going to tell you why she does that. It's because that Laura Melissuska, I try to pronounce it that fast, but I'm not really good at pronouncing these last names either, which we are learning there. And of course, do not complain about the language that she spoke in a way of the language and also the last name for a different country, because you need to understand what the actual language actually means in your education, people. Just let me tell you why. It's because that if you don't know how to speak their native language, if you don't want to learn about that stuff, then you don't have to. You can just go into a different language if that was your decision to do it. Because it's not like that you're hating on people that spoke in different language. It's just like you guys will be like all haters to them if you just think that their language is just not sound good. Even though one of them are good, don't hate on them. If you're trying to correct people for just their pronunciations and spellings, I'm fine with it, and I don't care what's actually wrong in this situation though, because I am tolerant about this though, because people really need to learn education about times at school. I know where they don't, since I'm part of the Cellular School, which is for autistic people that go to Somerville Special School in New Zealand. I don't know when they can find these children in these decades though, because they have been around for like most of the time of 2 decades, I think. Yeah, 2 decades long. Then I think that's less than 3. I don't know when they came around. I don't know when they came around. I don't know when the building in New Zealand of some of Salad School had already been built before it became accessible for autistic people that they go there, and non-autistic people that they actually go there because they aren't that smart. Look, you don't have to be that smart if you don't want to go to that school. If you are the beginner of the school and stuff. So, I know this video is getting even longer. That's what I'm gonna tell you. So, I'm just gonna place the words on the top of the video. So, already learning English. I'll be learning French. I'll be learning Czech. Yeah, that's it again. So, I'll be learning English. I'll be learning Czech, French, though. Yeah, so I'll be learning French, Czech, Spanish, German, Italian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. I forgot that would be Chinese and Japanese and Korean. Yeah, Korean, Russian, Swedish, Arabic, Hindi, and Croatian, and all those, like, okay, let me show you the list that I got from my language list that I'll be learning for my goals. It depends on my decision though. So yeah, I got those right. So I'll be learning Danish, Hindi, Croatian, whatever, Serbian, Afrikaans, Hungarian, Dutch, Bulgarian, Romanian, Portuguese, whatever, Polish and Estonian, Finnish, Norwegian, Turkish, and Greek. So it will be probably about probably about 28 languages though. And I should put German, Australian. I know they have different meanings in the exact same language though. Of course, Australia's like, okay. So Australia has an Italian language, which I'm going to show you in the book. So I kept that book for 4 years ago. Actually, I'm going to say 3 years because this is what I got in December. So I got this book before Christmas, so I'm just going to Europe. pages right here. So Australia, of course it has German except for Switzerland. Like Switzerland has German, French, and Italian language. So this actually means that if you want to learn these languages in different kinds of worlds, and like, you know, Liechtenstein has German. Okay, doesn't matter. I know I kept telling you many more details about this book. So this book has been around, like this one, I think this has been around, when was it like released? Okay. So this was released in 1993. Okay, so it's 1993 Digital Wisdom, and this was, okay. So the copyrighted publishing Ltd in 2007, which was in 13 years ago, and this edition updated in 2013, and this was printed in a year after this. So that will be a year after this was updated, in 2013 edition, and they were printed in 2014, which is 6 years ago and between 7 years ago. So I think this book had been around for like 7 years until like 13 years, and probably don't know. Okay, it said first published in 2007, which is like, wow. I did not know this was an old book, but I know for a fact I already got this new book. And yes, this one's still around in my life for 3.5 years, and of course, this book can teach me where I can actually be in the right place in the whole world, because I would love to learn with every single of new friends that I can make in different languages in countries too. So I decided to show you what the app that I downloaded. I know I downloaded like Fillmore ago and stuff like that, about like yesterday, and today I downloaded the app called italki. I know I really want to do similar things with like, okay, choose your teacher and pay per lesson. Hope it's free. I really hope that's free though. I hope it's not too expensive. I can just take online lessons instead of homework, because I think online lessons are actually my homework, but not for nighttime though. But that will be for the best I can though. So, if you want to keep more updates of me learning French, because this is me still the beginner of the language. I know some of these words in French, like fil, gasson, you know, that stuff. I can't tell you more if I cannot even memorize it. I will have to memorize all these languages that I really want to. So if you really want to hear these languages, then I'm going to translate this video in subtitles, and I'll try it with my iPad or my iPhone. I can't do it with my iPad because it has a different channel on there. So I can try it with my iPhone, and yeah, this is going to be another video of this clip right now. So if you guys want to watch this video, so don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe in the description down below. That if you want subtitles in the video, if you understand me in this language, and at that point, if you can translate from English to your own language, that can make me want to teach you the English language if you already watching me just to teach you how to speak English. Like, you already know what that means, right? Or if you're the beginner, if you don't know what I mean, and you cannot give up on the English language that I spoke to you guys, okay? So I think that's literally it for the video, because so I may want to study with this book. I know this is just not an easy book that I can always just read and just see the fact that I can already just go there and be there for the other people who spoke the language there, because I would love to keep the book until I'm going to have it for 5 years of learning the book. Whenever that depends. When Corona is over, I can just like, I really want to travel by myself, just like Nico is going there. Like, I don't know about myself that I'm going to different country instead of like New Zealand, where Nico is going to go to Napier like the next year, because I just going to hope that he will be just okay with traveling by himself. But for me, I would be always just be nervous, and just, I will, of course, this is very hard. I will be very nervous when I start until I'm gonna have fun at the end, though. Because if I'm gonna keep my mouth shut while in a different country, I can't always disrespect myself when I'm going there, because, well, yeah, I'm just not feeling that scared when I already know the language that I spoke. But I just like being a beginner of this language, that I just, okay, I lie to you. I was never scared of speaking different languages, but I just like with people going to the different shops in tons of different countries that I go there, that like I've never been there before. Like, I will be fine with them just teaching me with this language if they already making new friends with me and stuff, because I know I did lie that I was scared when I'm actually not, because my parents would be okay with me traveling just by myself to go to my favorite countries. So let me tell you, my favorite country that I really want to go there is that I really want to go to United Kingdom in England. I think I have top 3 favorite countries that I really want to go there in the future. So I'm going to go to America as the silver medal of the most favorite country, that I really can have my own opinions and different answers to other people. Because remember, everyone is different for who they really are, and they have different answers and opinions. So don't even try to expose them with their different reasons why they have different opinions. Which, whenever they think, it's not the fact that you're just going to say that it's the exact same opinions, that they don't want to have it. It's the reason they don't want to have the exact same opinions if you're in a family, whatever, depends, because the other people want to be different, just like they are different for who they really are. Because if you're just gonna say this, if they don't think that way of learning, the way they can understand their opinions, and they don't even change it, it could be weird when you change your opinion. So it can always just be very, very strange and kind of a bit mean at the same time, as you're changing your opinions to other people, to what you actually normally switch from, to like nice into evil and stuff. So that's how it became strange. That's just how they became even worse when you do that. So you cannot change your different opinions on whatever you just want to say, and whatever you think it's like, it's totally great or totally not cool. I think that's our different answers though, but don't be too mean on this opinion that I said or what they said, because it's whenever it depends on learning this learning the other stuff and in different opinions in different languages. So I will be learning French if they're going to say it's a very cool language that I have this American accent. Wow, can you have the other different accents before speaking the language? Because that's whenever I gotta go, because I'm gonna do Italki language. That's the update for you, because if you want to learn this, then I can see why I'm gonna do this. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and if you're gonna like this video, then I know that's a short video, right? Okay, it may be a short video and stuff like that, guys. Well, I don't really know, but I'm just gonna say this, that this was my dream, my whole entire dream for a decade. Just run 2015 to 2020 that I really wanted to learn French so badly in my whole life that when my mom had been to Paris before, I think, I don't really know, but that would be about 7 years ago before she even went to London to get the Loopsy doll roller coaster and Misty Little Magic for me and stuff, because I really want that toy, that I really want to play it for films and all that stuff for no reason. Like, I don't know why. I'm just so obsessed with Loopsy dolls. Like, I still have Loopsy dolls just in my closet, probably. I don't know. I don't really know what they are anymore, but I used to play them, but I have never played with them for 2 weeks or anything else like that. But if you want me to play with them, then I'm pretty sure that will, in fact, that I can not be as bored, but I can actually, in fact, can think about it, stuff like that, you know? So that's just how I never played it for like 2 weeks until I did from like 7 years ago, because I'm always a Lipsy addict and all that stuff, you know? So that might be a great video for today, because at that point I might want to like learn how to speak with people that spoke in different languages, and I would try to learn how to write in French in that sort of amount in different ways, how to like understand this language before even writing on it and just saying all that stuff, because I know I really like to do Duolingo, but I had never tried Duolingo on the computer screen. Like, I'm going to show you real quick before I have to end this video. So thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, then you can give it a like, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to share this video, and I hope that you guys gonna have a great day and night. I'm sorry if you can see my bra, I don't know why, but I don't want to be disgusting like too much about it, like, you know, yeah. So I might show you again. I might show you that the one I was watching her, and it said amazing 13-year-old polyglot speaks different languages. So yeah, in the thumbnail she looks more like a boy to me, and she is likely a tomboy in this video, which it maybe look like her twin brother or something, but I don't know, and stuff like that. I don't know why I kept saying I don't know in every single video, but that was just how I think that she looks like a boy. That's how I do know why she looks like that in the thumbnail. And for example, for her language is very, very good. Hopefully she can already teach me how to speak a different language in certain ways, how to do it and practice every single day, because I think I'm gonna try just French for the French people who can speak French to actually just teach me and to pronounce these words. Because I may not watch these videos like they can already can, but I really need the real meanings though behind the language, because I have no idea why people would learn it without any studying and stuff. But I won't probably just learn an exam for any language if I had never showed up to try it before, but I will certainly just be as smart as I can be. But it's not a competition. Sorry, it's just not a competition as I'm gonna say. It's not, because I'm always gonna stay on my level, because I'm not gonna be like everyone else, like I have on doing legal before, I think. Sorry if the wind's about to blow my window and make strange noises on my door like that. So yeah, if you enjoy the whole entire journey with me, if you want to just start the new journey with me, then you can all follow my journey whenever we go. It's like we're going to on a trip or something. It's just like we're going on a journey, like on an adventure, like we're gonna stay on the level until we're going to move to the other level. All right, so that is how we don't even give up on your level, and be confident for yourself. I hope you guys gonna have a great day on this video, and yeah, I hope there are no more mistakes in my video right now, because I'm sorry that I'm just not always a great Polish last name speller. Because I'm trying to pronounce the last name doesn't mean that I'm not that smart to like do any better. But it is great that you're pronouncing the last name into your different accent to the way you're speaking it. Alright? So have a great night, and I will see you there. I will see you on next weekend that we're going to do something else. I don't know if my boyfriend are, but I don't really know yet. But we'll find out, okay? So have a great day, guys, and great night, everyone. If you're going to sleep right now, then you should check the other videos out that I'm going to put in the description down below. I will try very hard with these descriptions and the links in my description down below. I will try very hard to accept for the way that my computer has to do it, because I don't have the other links in most of my videos except for half of my old videos and stuff like that. Only on my old videos that have the link on it, so you could probably watch it if it's gonna be very popular and stuff. And thank you for making my other old video that was a QR. I mean, that's the cute tip. One of you can just learn how to roll your R's with it, and I know that I taught you about last year, and that's how you can already start this journey with me. And we're going to a new journey now, so have fun watching me teaching you how to follow your own dreams and into certain ways to always be with me and support me, because like I enjoy when my fans like you guys can just treat me like I'm your family member. So yeah, have a great lesson on your new language, and you can just follow the new journey with me. If you want to become like one of us, then you can join me, okay? So have a positive day and night. I will see you guys on the next weekend that I'm gonna do for my plans. So I'm still thinking what kind of plans that I really want to do for my family, for myself, and for my kids, and my boyfriend, and my friends, and etc. Now I'll probably do that, okay? So I hope there's no more mistakes, and I'm just tapping on you guys to like go and subscribe to me and just like the video, okay? Goodbye.